every other Monster Hunter outside of Monster Hunter World plays, and this is gonna have. Oh crap, Draco! I'm so sorry. Thing's starting. Damn it! Ah!
Monsters and magic.
I'm pulling it out.
Most promising adventurers will be
I'm still playing
battle.
Draco.
Humans and dragons must form a binding
What up, everybody?
pact once more.
Oh my god.
Luckily, even the seventh in line to the throne has the blood of a dragon flowing through his veins.
What's with the blood dragon stuff? Draco, I'm so sorry. I thought we'd be able to beat this dude.
Dragons, pact bound once more. Dragalia lost.
Dragalia lost, sorry. But welcome everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been working all day, now it's after work. I'm Joe. Welcome to That Nintendo Show. We're gonna check this out, we're gonna watch it, and then we're gonna discuss about it.
Since the days of the first pact bound, so much has changed. Now, the time has come to rekindle this age-old alliance. This forest is just one small corner of a much larger world.
I'm trying to Monster Hunter and do this.
Where humans
I
and
can't.
dragons once lived together in harmony. History tells us that the kingdom's founding coincided with the institution of a holy fragment known as a sacred shard. Its power has long protected Alberia from the evil influence of monsters. Yet for some reason, people say the shard's power has begun to fade. To replace the shard and stave off the ever-rising threat of monsters, the world will need a new source of hope.
O great dragon of the forest, if you can hear my voice, then heed my call.
Hey, it's kind of like
power.
like how they redid all the Final Fantasies and Chibi art.
Alberian prince. Though he may never become a king, he's been tasked with a mission of great importance.
Nintendo, I
he
feel
must find a
soiled.
way to ensure that the sacred shard's magic will keep his kingdom safe. However, he cannot protect Alberia alone. It is a great honor to bond with the dragon, Midgard Sormer, who once held a pact with the founder of Alberia. Still, our prince needs a proper party at his side. This is an action RPG, after all. Before charging into battle, it's best to build an effective party. Let's see. Yes, they'll do. They look ready. Are you? This fast-paced RPG gives you direct control over your party when fighting and exploring. So be careful, play with fire, and you get burned. You never know where monsters have set up traps. And they're always looking for a fight.
It's like dragon crawling a little bit.
Give them what they're asking for, and don't let up. As you wage your assault, you'll create a chance to let loose a special ability. This one's called
Blazing Circlet.
You may have some flashy moves, but overconfidence will get you surrounded. It's never dishonorable to dodge when needed. You must know when to strike and when to take a hike. Working together with your allies will be important.
I almost feel like I should be on the other
executing your
side.
Strategies in battle. And speaking of battles, the beast who controls this territory lies in wait.
But
It's
yo,
boss
Boomstick,
time.
welcome to the
It
stream,
may
fam.
look like an overgrown pup, but this monster is no simple
Sorry I couldn't
beast.
answer the Monster Hunter
It
questions.
won't wait its turn. The outcome of this fight rests in your fingertips. Try circling around behind. The boss is quickly becoming inflamed with rage.
Yes.
This is bad. Don't hold back. If you let up now, you're a goner for sure.
Yes.
Your opponent isn't going anywhere. Use this opening to put it down for good.
Yes. Blazing Circlet. We did it. Nice work, everyone.
Your party of adventurers has done well. But there are forces stronger than your will alone. The monsters ahead are an unbelievably tough lot. You'd have everything to fear were it not for the might of dragons. He talks a good game, but even Mr. Seventh in Line has much to learn of his pact and his heritage. The Alberian royal family knows well the dragon blood within their veins.
You got the gist of it? Thanks.
If
All
a
right, cool.
descendant
No
enters a
problem. I'm
pact
so
with a
sorry.
dragon, its mighty form and powers will be yours to command. Shapeshifting does have its benefits. And it's well worth the cost. The crystals acquired by slaying monsters grant the ability to transform into a dragon. You can also get them by breaking dragon obelisks. Once you've gleaned the power you need from these crystals, it's shapeshifting time.
The dragon's pulse quickens.
Only those who have entered a pact with a dragon can wield such sublime, destructive power.
Huh. It's funny, it kind of reminds me of,
The dragons of Alberia couldn't care less about your royal blood.
Oh my God.
Unless you prove yourself in battle.
Shining Resonance. with the shape-shifting to the
An
dragon.
adventurer who bonds with many dragons wields unimaginable strength. The companions you meet on your journey can also shapeshift into dragons. They have much to learn as well, and plenty of opportunities for experience. Each dragon offers something different in battle, and you'll need all the help you can get. Throughout your journey, you'll encounter many adventurers. Each one has their own stake in the game, and after joining your party, they'll have your back till the very end.
Cleo.
These adventurers can be divided into groups. Some will excel at attacking. Others will be gifted healers. There are 4 types in all. Also, your companion's elemental properties affect each other in different ways. For example, those who bring the fire are strong against wind and weak
So
by
kind of like
water.
the triangle.
Their weapons have distinct
Fire Emblem.
characteristics as well. Take these factors into account when forming your party, and be strategic with your choices before heading into battle.
Alright, let's see that. Yo, Sim, have yourself a great night, fam. Guys, can we get some Joe After Switches, some hearts up in the chat for the homie Sim?
If your future promises water,
Bro,
then call upon a
we'll chat
companion
later,
with a wind
fam.
elemental
Have yourself a
attribute.
good night. So kind of like Fire Emblem heroes, you can
All right,
get a lot
it's
more
working.
characters, like a
But many
crap
quests
load of
aren't
them.
so simple.
I'm assuming they all have different
Thankfully,
stats.
There are more than 60 adventurers to meet and
Jeez.
welcome onto your party. Each one has a chance to shine in a variety of combat situations. As impressive as they are, your companions are not your
Yep.
only means of getting
The waifus
stronger.
are here.
It's best to be prepared for
The
worst.
waifus are here. My goodness. Surpass yourself,
Monsters
growing
possess
stronger.
a ferocious appetite for power.
Yes.
Just like you, they'll continue to grow stronger. You'll have to double your efforts to keep up. And fortunately, there are 4 ways to gain strength. You aren't relegated to merely grinding for experience points, although they certainly do come in handy.
This is where to get you. Oh, I see an item that looks like a
You can also get stronger by
microtransaction.
equipping superior weaponry. That's not the only benefit you have to look forward to. Changing weapons also changes your fighting style. Not to mention, there are ways to strengthen the weapons themselves. Each adventurer also has something called a mana circle. This magical structure provides a range of benefits. You
Oh,
can
so this
use
is
it
your
to
skill
strengthen
tree,
attack
okay.
power and skills, or acquire new abilities.
I don't know about that.
That finally brings us to
That
the
screams
holy
gotcha.
castle known as the Halidom. It's your own personal camp, where mines can be built to produce gold, and altars can be erected to enhance abilities. Adventurers have many ways to toughen up, so take advantage, or your foes will gain an edge on you. Legend has it that great power will come to those who pursue the magical
Oh, we
art
got
of
summons.
summoning.
Final Fantasy.
Summoning can grant you new companions.
This is where they're gonna
and
get you.
Special items. It's rather simple, but deceptively deep. First off, you can summon a wide variety of adventurers with varied attributes. I hope I
Oh,
can give
boy.
some help.
This screams microtransaction right here. It's a mobile game. This was expected.
These gold stars are worth more
Yep.
than brownie points.
It's like Fire
Star counts
Emblem.
indicate the caliber of those who are summoned.
Ah, they got us.
If you happen to summon 2 of the same character, you're not out of luck. In that case, you'll acquire Eldwater instead. It's good stuff. You'll want as much of it as you can get your hands on. By collecting Eldwater, you can increase the number of stars your companions possess by promoting them. But enough about them. We have dragons to summon. This sacred rite is the best way to attain the might of Alviria's many distinct dragons. There's another special item you need to know
Everything
about.
screams microtransaction. It's a
They're known
mobile
as
game.
worm prints, and they embody memories of the world. Think of them as an amulet or talisman, something like that. Depending on how much you've leveled it, a worm print can enhance an adventurer. It's well worth your time, even if you are a prince. This sacred rite is only possible in the presence of wormite or diamantium.
Wormite
You never know
or
what you'll get.
diamantium.
It feels great to score
Those are going to be the
something
microtransaction pieces.
Adventuring is even more fun if you team up with up to 3 other players.
I'd hate to see what the chat looks like on the Nintendo side.
Use stamps to communicate. And
Probably
work
getting chewed
together
up
to
right now.
defeat Any monsters
I
that
feel
dare
bad.
challenge you.
Yo, 1K, thank you for that
Multiplayer is
host,
an option
fam.
for every single quest in the game. Here, you'll find players itching to join your cause. You can also create your own room and invite over other players.
Online, okay.
A variety of special events.
Wow, that's a lot of
open
people.
greater rewards
This is
and
like Final
quests.
Fantasy 14 status right here. And as I say that, I see a Vanessa in there. This is yo Q, what up, fam? Thank you for the host.
The royal family. They've shown their true colors. And now they stand between the 7th in line to the throne and the heroic destiny he has sworn to fulfill at any cost. He knows one sister.
This
the
is
Princess
very weird,
Ephia,
says Shell
would
Shock.
never betray him. If only their future was so certain. Level up your fighters. Bond them with dragons. And unleash their power on the world. Humans and dragons, pact bound once more. Dragalia lost.
So when does it come out? Or are they just not? September 27th. Okay, service begins September 27th. Okay. September 27th. I think that's probably it, right? Short little direct. Yeah, there we go. All right. So this will be a short episode, and then somehow I'm still in here, and somehow Draco is still fighting this beast. So we'll make this a very short That Nintendo show. But welcome, guys. Thank you all for jumping in. Thank you guys for the hosts. I just want to get quick thoughts and impressions on this. I know the mobile games and whatnot are generally not that popular with these episodes of That Nintendo show, but I do them because I still find them curious, and I always end up giving them a shot for a little while. Like, same goes for Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem Heroes, Mario Run. I've given all these games a shot. I think Fire Emblem Heroes was probably the one game that I played the longest. I went like 3 months playing through that game. I still haven't gone back since then, but same with those. I'll give this one a shot when it comes out. They didn't mention a price, so I'm going under the assumption that this game is probably going to be free and end up with a lot of microtransactions, the gacha method that this screams the Fire Emblem Heroes method, which seems to really work for them because that game is still making bank for them. They struck gold with that Fire Emblem Heroes game. So Dragalia Lost comes out 27th of September. We'll just do a quick recap of it, but it's an action RPG with like dungeon crawling elements, it appears like, and you're swiping the screen and moving your characters around to do different actions, it appears. You can get new characters along the way, and it seems like there's upwards of like 60 characters, a little bit more than that. With the battle mechanics, seems like, you know, you're having to hack away, but then you can do different moves. You can enter in overdrive and eventually break enemies to increase the damage. So kind of like how a good chunk of action RPGs play. It seems like this is sticking with that method. There's shape-shifting in terms of like, so I missed out on the story at the very beginning there. I apologize. The thing started, but shape-shifting, you can turn into a dragon if you collect a certain amount of crystals, whether it's on the field or there was another way that you can obtain crystals. Sorry, I missed that one. But yo, the 8-bit boomstick, yo, your notification is gonna show up soon, fam. And then we got you. There we go. 8-bit boomstick made Samus do a moonwalk like no other Space Bounty Hunter could. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the Afterwork crew, guys. Can we get some love, some Joe After Switches for the homie 8-bit boomstick, yo, fam, welcome. We'll I think we can get into back into Monster Hunter very quick. Draco is still battling. I'm gonna pop this back in and let the music play in the background there, so that way we can jump right back in. I think, yeah, we're good. Okay. Real quick, there's bonding with multiple dragons throughout the game. So there's multiple characters, there's multiple dragons as well. It seems like there's just multiple of characters that are going to try to keep people into this game for collecting all these things, sort of like Pokemon. Different unit types, which is pretty self-explanatory: attack, defense, healing, support elements. There was 2 triangles. I only got to catch one, but flame, wind, water, and it seems like there's a triangle similar to Fire Emblem Heroes. It seems like whoever's working on this title is learning a lot from Fire Emblem Heroes and taking a lot of those methods and putting them into a brand new IP for Nintendo, which, hey, you gotta, you know, it's something fresh, something new. They're not just slapping on a skin of, hey, here's Fire Emblem Heroes 2, or here's, you know, a Mario RPG on mobile. Like, they're trying to give us a fresh title, which I can appreciate that. And it seems like there's different ways to progress through stages, and this is where I start to get a little, not paranoid, but more like a concern, where they said leveling up isn't entirely necessary. I'm paraphrasing here, but they're kind of saying leveling up isn't the only way to get stronger, but you can grind away if you want to. Like, what? Okay, so there's that. Then you have weapons where you're changing your fighting styles. Okay, just like any RPG. This I thought was cool. The skill tree, which is called the Mana Circle, where you see like this giant tower of gems, and it seems like all the circles gives you different skill points. I thought that was cool. Remind me very much like a Final Fantasy skill tree. Then the Halidom, which is sort of like it kind of reminded me like you're building out your Fire Emblem castle in like a typical Fire Emblem game, where every chapter you end up back in like the hub world and you like restock on items and make food and all that stuff. Food is here, Kent, about to go eat. Yo, enjoy that food, fam! So with the Halidom, you can build out your personal camp, and that'll enhance abilities with like what you build out. Have a good rest of the stream, super. Yo, this guy, yo, Isak Star. Have yourself a good night, fam. Can we get some love for Sockstar Joe? I have to switch his hearts up in the chat. That's it for Halidom, and then they went into summons. And now summons is where this screams microtransactions. You're using Wormites and Diamantium to do these summons, so sort of like orbs in Fire Emblem Heroes. I'd imagine these you can purchase or gain through beating I'd imagine this is probably gonna have like chapters or episodes, something like that, to get certain amount of orbs. Sorry, not orbs, wormites or diamantium per stage for completion of each dungeon, each stage you go into. But you can summon characters, dragons, and worm prints. Worm prints are like tell the history of like characters, or they're like memoirs and talismans is how they related it to. So I'm assuming you're learning more of the lore through summoning these worm prints. Dragons you can summon as well, and then characters. What I thought was really neat is, so in Fire Emblem Heroes, this big thing of like you get multiples of the same character. If you get a multiple of the same character here, here, they'll give you what's called Eldwater, and that helps increase the star, the 5-star rating of your character. So let's say you have a low star, I guess you're going to be able to use Eldwater to eventually increase and star up the character that you currently have, which I think is pretty neat. I think that's a unique way to go about it, and kind of solves the problem of duplicate character summons, and that way you just have one individual character that you want to keep, and if you get a duplicate, you have the option of making it into Eldwater and putting that towards the same character that you currently have on your roster. And that was... Oh, online. Online here seems pretty cool. I'm curious to know, with these events that'll happen, you saw like 16 characters pop up on the screen trying to beat up a big boss. I'm curious to know how well that's actually gonna work. Final Fantasy XIV is what that immediately reminded me of, which I thought was awesome, getting a bunch of people together and just like beating people up. And so what was interesting is they didn't say like, pick up the game on this date or anything like that. They said service begins September 27th. Games as service. We're here. That kind of tells it all right there, doesn't it? Well, guys, we'll continue Monster Hunter in just a moment here. And I just want to end this segment of That Nintendo Show. I'll break this up for YouTube. So if you enjoyed what you saw here, let me know what you thought of Dragalia Lost. Do you plan on giving it a shot? Do you not care at all? All those comments down in the comments below of this YouTube video. And I will see you guys next time. So... If you wanna get immediate interaction with the streams, twitch.tv/JoAfterWork, which is where everybody is at right now. You can put in your thoughts right away, and bam, we do these every now and again with these directs. So I'll see you soon. Take care. Love y'all.